Okay, so picture this. You're building a new feature. It's designed to collect user data to make their experience super personalized. And hey, it's all covered in that long terms of service agreement they clicked on. But right as you're about to ship it, this little question pops into your head. You know it's legal, but is it right?
And look, this isn't some rare, once-in-a-career dilemma. This is a daily reality for developers, for product managers, for tech leaders everywhere. This single question, this is what separates just plain good technology from truly responsible technology.
So let's get this distinction crystal clear, because it's everything. Legal is just about compliance. It's the baseline, the absolute floor. It answers the question, can we do this? But ethical, that's about our principles. It forces us to ask a much, much harder question. Should we do this? To really answer that should we question, we need a different kind of mindset. You see, ethical decision-making isn't just about following a rule book. It's about looking beyond the code on your screen and the laws on the books. At its heart, it really is a process. It's a structured way of weighing your options and choosing the path that lines up with your ethical principles. The key thing here is that it's an active choice to be morally sound, not just, a passive hunt for legal loopholes. This whole mindset really boils down to 3 key ideas. First, thinking beyond legality. Yeah, selling user data might be technically legal in some places, but does that make it right? Second, being proactive, not reactive. This is the whole idea behind privacy by design. You build the safeguards in from the very beginning. You don't just patch things up after a disaster. And third, embracing systemic thinking, which is really about understanding the massive ripple effects your work can have. Now, that's the theory. But what about when you're facing a tight deadline and the pressure's on? Well, luckily, there's a practical tool for this. A 6-step process that can act like a compass to guide you through these tough choices.
That's right, just 6 steps. And I know, it sounds pretty simple, but this is the kind of framework that can really cut through the fog when things get ambiguous.
And here's the roadmap. It all starts with step 1, just recognizing that there's an ethical issue on the table. Step 2 is all about homework. Get the facts and figure out everyone who's going to be affected. Those are your stakeholders. Step 3, you brainstorm. Don't get locked into one path. Find alternatives. Then in step 4, you weigh those options against your core principles. Step 5 is the moment of truth. You make a decision and you act on it. But, and this is so important, it doesn't end there. Step 6 is the one that's so often skipped. You have to reflect on what happened and learn from it.
That idea of stakeholders from step 2 is so important that we really need to zoom in on it. This is where that systemic thinking stuff really comes to life. You have to remember, in tech, your decisions never, ever impact just one person.
Every decision, every feature, every single line of code creates a ripple. And the whole goal of ethical decision-making is to try and understand those ripples before you make the splash. It's really about considering the impact on absolutely everyone.
So who are these stakeholders? Well, it starts with the obvious one, of course. Your users, the people whose data, attention, and trust are literally in your hands. But it doesn't stop there, not even close. It's also your employees, the people building and supporting this tech right alongside you. Their morale and their own ethical compass are at stake.
Then you have to zoom way, way out, to society at large. How does your creation shape communities, public conversations, maybe even democracy itself? And finally, there's a stakeholder that is so often invisible in tech, the environment. The energy cost of your servers, the e-waste from your hardware, every single choice leaves a footprint.
This quote just nails that proactive mindset perfectly. See, the goal isn't to be the hero who fixes the big mess. The goal is to be the architect who designs a system so well that the mess never gets created in the first place.
Okay, so we've defined the difference between legal and ethical, and we've walked through a framework you can use to navigate it. But ultimately, what this all comes down to is you, and the conscious decisions you make every single day.
What we've just explored isn't just some abstract theory. This framework is a practical tool. It is designed to take that vague, uneasy feeling of, is this right, and turn it into a clear, actionable process that you can use immediately.
And so the next time you're in a meeting, or you're writing a line of code, or even just downloading a new app, what questions will you ask? Beyond just, can we do this, are you going to be the one to ask, should we?